Zion, you can't measure it.
My name is Zion Williamson, Duke University.
This young fella has captivated all of college basketball. Jams it home with a right hand.
When I look in the mirror, all I tell myself is, be you. Because I feel like as long as I'm being myself, I don't think nothing can stop me.
How high can you go?
I see myself as the first Zion. The world hasn't seen anything like me yet, and I'm just going to try to bring my own style to the game.
So forceful, mentally tough, just imposes his will.
My passion for the game, I feel like, is second to none. Whenever I'm playing, no matter who I'm playing against, I want to win. If there's a loose ball, I'm diving for it. If there's a play I can make, I'm trying to make it.
This kid is one of those decade performers.
I don't see myself as a superior being or anything. All of us are human.
Look at this kid, he's having fun.
My game is powerful, but smooth at the same time. I model my game after Michael Jordan with his competitiveness.
I don't care where you give him the ball, just get him the ball.
Magic Johnson, how he always uplifted his teammates and did whatever he needed to do to win. LeBron with his passing ability. Westbrook with his intensity. And Leonard for the way he just is a two-way player.
And all of a sudden, up and over comes Zion.
Wow.
I try to be a perfectionist on the court, in the gym, grinding every day. The tone I want to set is
With that kind of explosiveness, you got to just get out of the way.
that I belong. I don't like being compared to other people. I'll take it as a compliment that anything that I can be as good as that person, but I want to be the first Zion and the last Zion. Despite all the odds, I can look myself in the mirror and say, I did it.
Let's dive into the storylines of the rookie class of 2019. Back with Sam Mitchell, Steve Smith, Dennis Scott, I'm Jared Greenberg. David Griffin has tried to temper the expectations on Zion Williamson, Sam, but it even seems there is a bar that has been placed that seems unachievable for any human being, especially in his rookie season.
I know Jared just say that, but I've coached this kid for 2 summers, man. I know his father, I know his mother, his little brother. I've been knowing his family for a long time. This kid is incredible. First of all, when he talks about wanting to win and make plays, he will do whatever he has to do. Zion Williamson can go out and score 25, 30 points, but he loves to pass as much as he loves to score the basketball. What you're going to see in this kid, you're going to see a skilled kid, and this is the thing. College sometimes does a disservice to players, Smitty, you and D. Scott know this, because it hides your true talent. We're going to see Zion Williams do things in the pros because of the way the game is and the different coaching, especially with a coach like Alvin Gentry, that we've never seen a player do before. This kid can play the point guard position. He's that good a decision maker with his mind, and he's that good a ball handler. But the thing about it, once he gets that 17-foot jumper down, it's going to be over, because when he starts going to the hole downhill, who can get in front of him and stop him? And if you get in front of him and he run you over one time, Karl Malone ran over me one time. And I told Flip after the game, I'll do it again if it's Game 7 of the NBA Finals and it's the last play of the game.
Let's bring out Karl Malone. Come on out, mailman.
Well, to your point, guys, just getting a chance to watch the young man play, and then just that little taste we got in Summer League, to your point, Sam, that when the game opens up more, he gets around Alvin Gentry, and he understands what we call our man's game, I think he's going to be really, really good.
Yeah, and just to talk about Zion, I mean, you love the kid because he's a winner. Another kid that catches my eye, Sam, because he has not one, but 2 chips on his shoulder, and that's John Morant.
Ooh,
I just think he has a chance, the way he attacks and approaches the game. Yes, he played at a smaller school, but what I loved about him, this kid was doing it with players that are not 5-star teammates, Sam, made them better. 10 assists.
Yes.
Average 10 assists to go along with 25 points. And usually when you see those numbers, I run straight to the field goal percentage. It's 50%, Sam.
Yeah.
So, yes, he needs to work on his three-point shot, but I think he has the moxie. I think he has the chip on his shoulder. I think he has the size and athleticism to not from day one, but as the game progressed.
To some of the veterans. Our next storyline takes us to all this player movement. We had a whole bunch of it over the summer. Next summer's projected free agent class isn't very deep. Let's talk about what moves are still yet to be made or need to be made this in the season. Let's start with a guy who's one of the greatest scorers of all time.
Hello, Melo! Where's he at? I haven't said that in a long time, Smitty. What did Melo do so bad these last couple of years where he cannot be on the team? We talked about him wanting to say, okay, guys, I'll come off the bench. He said he would come off the bench now. When did Carmelo become such a cancer in the locker room, on the airplane, traveling, where this guy right here cannot be on an NBA team. He's not 44, he's only 34,
Well,
right?
you heard, I hope you heard what Chauncey Billups said over the summer, saying that when he was teammates with Carmelo, he had trouble accepting not scoring 30, particularly when they would win the game. So is there a fit, fellas, for Carmelo Anthony?
You know, I feel crazy even talking about that. Is there a fit in the NBA?
For a score.
For a guy like Carmelo Anthony, a first
Where
ballot
nobody
Hall of
plays
Famer.
defense.
First ballot Hall of Famer, for a guy that I know, us guys up here can find a way to have him come off the bench like 3D said. There's a guy that you look at it, what has he done? No one's told me something where it's keeping him out of the league. You can play Carmelo coming off the bench. You can play him at the 4. He's still good enough to start in the NBA. I'm really, truly upset where the Houston Rockets handled Carmelo Anthony last year. And I'm truly take my hat off to Carmelo. He didn't say anything, Sam, went away quietly. I would not have not gone away quietly like Carmelo. That's the professionalism. He only played, 10, 15 games?
I think it was 12,
10,
wasn't it?
12?
What about his former teammate, Chris Paul? He's in Houston. He's in Oklahoma City. Will he play for the Thunder? Will he be moved? Where will it be?
I think they have to find a third team willing to eat those last 3 years of that contract. I think that's going to be the biggest thing. And Chris Paul, you know, he's a professional. He's going to have the conversation with Sam Presti. Say, hey, guys, we know you're not going to be in the playoff hunt. Let's go ahead and figure some things out.
All right. We talked about a couple of future Hall of Famers, Melo and Chris Paul. Another guy I got to think is going to be in the Hall of Fame, and maybe the Sixth Man of the Year award trophy gets named after him. Jamal Crawford still unsigned.
Man, you know what that reminds me of? What was the guy sitting on the bench that Houston signed last year and that's lit it up and everybody was wondering, why ain't nobody signed this guy before? Gerald Green.
Gerald Green.
So here's
Gerald
Jamal Crawford, the best six-man probably in the history other than John Havlicek to ever play in the league. And he's sitting at home. And we talked about a team that could use three-point shooting and scoring off the bench. The Philadelphia 76ers, Elton Brand, complete your team. Go get Jamal Crawford. You're talking about, first of all, a class guy.
Yep.
Second of all, he is great in the locker room with young players. Third, he knows his role. He's been coming off the bench for anywhere, and then he can give you spot stars. But when you look at putting the ball in the basket, a good citizen on your basketball team, Jamal Crawford. Somebody need to step up and sign him, because for 15 minutes a night, he can get buckets.
All right. Well, how about all the injuries that are heading into the season? Who is going to return from their injury and make the biggest impact? And what does it mean for the Nets that Sean Marks says you're not going to see KD this year?